Hey everyone, thank you for tuning in. Today I will be showing you how I created this $50 50 bill money bouquet. This money bouquet will be going to South Carolina. It is one of two orders. So I'm excited that this will be going out of state. This isn't my first one that I did out of state, but I'm always excited when people from other states like to order my work. And excuse my voice if it sounds a little different. I'm a little congested. I don't know if it's my allergies, sinuses, or what going on. So let's start. First, I always pick out my flowers. So I just got like all the purple flowers that I had together. I try to have flowers like, on hand. And the design that he picked was one that I sent that had like the flowers in the middle. So I found some flowers that I liked, and I put them together. I'm rearranging the order, but that's the first things first is you have to find the look that you like. These ones were just the top, so I had to stick, the little sticks on them. You can use the sticks that you use for the dollar bills, but all of these came with sticks that you can insert. Sometimes if they feel like they're going to be loose and pop off, I will glue them on with the glue gun, but this seemed pretty secure. But sometimes, like they are, like I said, a little loose, so I will use the glue gun. So then I'll secure it so that it's one bunch, and then I will put it in the middle of the foam block. So you can just take a look. So initially, I wasn't going to put that purple flower on there, but I was like, it can use another contrast, like a darker color. So I just used wire cutters to cut that off, and then I taped that flower to the other flowers because the kind of stem that it had was a flexible one, so no big deal. It was nice and secure. So next, I'm going to add my dollar bills that I pre-folded 100 of them. I should have counted out the 50 already, but I didn't. So the next thing you want to decide is where you want the height of your dollar bills at. So you can have them the same height as the flowers or a little lower or below them. I end up pushing these down more because I like the flowers to pop out a little bit, and put this just a little bit below it. So, but it's really your preference. And if you do it the same height, your circle around it will be a little bigger. And if you do it below it, your circle like of ones will be a little smaller. And just remember when you're placing your ones, not to put them too close. I definitely put a couple of these too close. So if you ever are making your money bouquets and you notice that some of the ones turned or they're not straight or they're not all going the same direction, it could be because you put them too close. So now, because I didn't count the ones out before, I'm going to count them out now. The first set, I'll count out to 25. So I already have 9 on there, but I pulled out 10. So I'm going to count out 15 more. But like I said, it is best if you count them out beforehand, so you could just focus on designing it how you want to design it and not worry about losing track or having to recount a million times because you forgot what number you were on or what number you left off on. But it worked out in the end. So, but yeah, you always want to make sure you have the right amount of money in these bouquets. And practice makes perfect. And if you don't like the way something looks, don't be afraid to take it out. I still take things out to this day and start over, flip that block over, because once you get a lot of holes in the block, it can make them slip and move around. So you can always flip the block over and start on the other side. There's no right or wrong way. I just like to make sure that my dollar bills are all, uniform and that they fit. And then you'll see at the end of this one, for some reason, like I said, it's probably because I had a lot of these tight. I had them so close together. I had like a lot of bills that were extra, and I just put it around. It didn't equal out 4 rows. It was like 3 full rows and then half of a 4th row. But once you put that paper on there, it really doesn't matter. I mean, it may matter to you, and it used to matter to me. I used to try to get like complete circles, but once I start doing other things and other things in the grand scheme of things, it still looks amazing. And so I was trying to turn so you can see how I'm placing these sticks. And the more upright you place them, the better. So try, and it's hard because as you go out, like the tendency is to lean the sticks out, but the more upright, the better. But as you see, I leaned them a little bit, but I'm just saying, if you can have them upright, that's the best way to do it. Now it's time for everyone's favorite part, the folding of the paper. So there are a few different ways you can do this. I'm doing it where I'm using 4 sheets of paper for the wraparound, 1 for the bottom part to cover the base, and then 1 for the can. So you make 2 little triangles in the corner, and then you fold the paper over so that you make another set of triangles with that angle. And you can tape it down, you can staple it down, and that will be your first one. So whenever I do a 50 bill or whenever I do any of them, I use 4 of these. So that's 1, and then I'm going to do the exact same thing with this next one. The more you practice, the better you will get at it. This is one way. This is the easiest way. And in my other video I'm going to show you, I do it with the designer paper as well, because I usually with my designer paper cut the paper in 4s if I want it all to be the same way. But just how I was feeling, I was like, I ain't got time for that. Let me just do it this way, and it still turned out absolutely amazing. So you want to try to, I was like rushing for some reason. Well, because I have a flea market booth. So I needed to get to my flea market booth this morning, but I wanted to do this one here. You definitely want to make sure when you're doing those lines that it's very sharp at the end, or like that little crease part right there, because it can affect your fold. But very easy. Now where I like to tape this, if you count, there are 4 little blocks. So I like to go down to the 3rd block. The size bamboo sticks that I used for this one was actually the 8-inch sticks. So when I flip it over, you will see how the paper looks when you use the 8-inch sticks going down to the 3rd block, and versus how it looks when you go down on the 3rd block with 6-inch sticks. You can always adjust the paper to your liking. I kind of peeked at it before I put the tape down, and I was okay with where the paper placement was at. So if you want more of the paper to show, of course you want to maybe go down, not all the way to the 3rd block, maybe in between the 2nd and the 3rd block. If you wanted less paper to show, you would move it down towards the base more, but that's really up to you and your preferences. So I'm sticking with the third block option. I will tape it, and then I will use glue dots. I like to use the double-sided tape, honestly, for this part, but I didn't feel like digging that out. So once again, I just used my stapler. And I did have to take it out a couple times because I don't know what I was stapling, but it happens. Once you get that last staple in, you want to lift it up, you want to twirl it around, you want to make sure no papers are falling down, and you want to make sure you're okay with the look. If you're not, you just take it apart and re-staple it. Now this is how I fold the paper onto the can, almost like I'm wrapping a gift, and I just pull it taut and then stick it in and, you know, make sure it's smooth and all around. That's my base. Very simple, very matching, very giving what it needed to give. And then you just put that last piece on the bottom part. You could use 1 or 2 pieces. One suffices for me. I press it down and it fits securely. That I've dropped these a couple times and knocked them over, and everything is all right. They don't come out. Last part is adding the butterflies. Sometimes they come with like the white foam pieces that are sort of a little puffy or elevated. Sometimes they come with sticky dots. I just use my glue dots. They seem to hold secure a lot, that they don't move. I stick them on the flowers. I stick them on the papers. I like to do them all kind of directions so it looks like they're flying all over the place. Like if you've ever seen butterflies or been to like a butterfly garden, how they move around the flowers. So, they're not one direction, so I kind of will turn my butterflies different directions and put them on different things. Sometimes the bills, sometimes the paper, but it's really your preference. I like to use the different sizes. And once you've obtained the look that you like, you can stop, or if you feel like you need to add more, you can add more. Sometimes if there's like a little awkward space in there, I'll put them in that space or near that space to cover it up. But once again, you're the artist and you do what, think what you like or what you think looks good. There's no right or wrong way to do this, honestly. So, thank you so much for watching my videos. If you made it this far, put a purple heart in the comments. As always, thank you so much for watching, because this is 14 minutes of your life that you won't get back. So I appreciate that you spent it watching one of my videos. Have a great day, and I will be making another one soon.